Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today in this video we're going to be talking about I'm going to be making a series which is basically talking about how to write a good story or how to write a good brick film. I made this already into a video just a couple days ago, I think, but like I didn't go in depth enough. So I think I'm going to go more in depth this time. Give it a good amount of time to talk. That way everyone gets a connection to the basics. I have a lot of people. I have a universe, and basically someone wants to apply to it, but they haven't proven to me that they can write good stories. So I'm sending them links so that they can improve on their craft. And then I'm telling them to reapply later once they've learned stuff. So I'm just going to basically be telling everyone my experiences, what I've learned from my experiences, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first part of starting a script is just to imagine, just imagine what you think would happen in your script. Imagine what you think would take place. If you're writing a superhero script or a Star Wars script, you already know that it takes place in a land far away, so obviously you already know that things are going to be different. You need to embrace the creativity inside of you, and so basically, what you have to do is you have to essentially, pretend like you're this person and he doesn't know anything. You pretend like you just woke up from like some sort of coma and you don't know anything that's going on. Maybe you've been in a coma for 100 years. You've just been in, suspended animation, okay? And then you're just asking a bunch of questions, You're like, what's going on? Why? What? Where? When? You keep asking yourself all these questions about your story. Just like if you had amnesia, or like I said, if you just woke up from a coma. And don't be afraid to ask questions like, what if? Those are really the Kickstarters. Like, if you start, then you could say, what if? You could say, what if Aquaman was, I guess, killed? What if Aquaman was killed? And then you could say, keyword what, effects would that have on its kingdom? Why would he be killed? Where would he be killed? Who would kill him? What would the person do? Would Aquaman come back? How would Aquaman stop the villain? Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm asking myself all these questions, and you keep getting your answers to it. Every single time you answer the question, even if you're spewing out the stupidest of things, you're still building up on your world. If you really are building up your world with stupid things, then all you have to do is just keep editing it and revising it. What sounds more realistic? What sounds better? What sounds more interesting? For example, what if birds couldn't fly, but people could? That's a question. How did this happen? Why can't birds fly anymore? Why can humans fly now? What caused them to change? You see what I'm doing here? So once you have this down, you need to start focusing on your image. But whatever you do, don't assume that everything that you just thought of is set in stone, because chances are it's bad and you're not going to like it. So what you have to do now is you have to realize, okay, some of this stuff is going to get cut out. So I shouldn't get angry if some of this stuff is bad, and I'm going to teach you how to essentially edit out and revise and edit, whatever's bad, find out what's bad, and, get it out, and then replace it with something good. Now, the main thing that I use whenever I ask myself questions and I'm revising and editing them, I write down in a document every question that I write down. So just open up an empty document, right? And then just write down a question, about your, write down all the questions that we've been talking about. And then what we do is we're going to take a look. Okay, we're going to go back up to the top and we're going to see the first question. We're going to say, okay, how does this affect the story? And we'll go to the next one. How does this affect the story? Does it affect the story? No, we're going to keep saying, does this affect the story, to every single question one by one. If it doesn't, then highlight it in red. If it does, then highlight it in green. If it does, but you think it's unnecessary, then highlight it in yellow. And then you can start seeing what could you cut out? What could you add in? What is necessary? What's not necessary? You keep, taking out things and adding in things until eventually you have a realistic set of things. So say I was saying, okay, what if Aquaman was killed, right? What if Aquaman was, I don't know. What if Aquaman tripped on a rock and he died? What if Aquaman's brother took over? What if Aquaman's brother has trouble running the kingdom? What if Aquaman came back? What if Aquaman, maybe he comes back and he eats lunch, before fighting the main villain? Why is there a main villain? Who was the main villain? You keep asking yourself questions like that, and then you just say, okay, what's not necessary? Okay, Aquaman eating lunch, that's not necessary unless it's a character moment. We're going to be talking about character moments far in the future, so you have no need to worry about that. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about creating your universe. If you're creative, then this should be fairly easy. If you're not as creative, or just not creative at all, then it'll be a lot harder and more challenging. Oftentimes you might find yourself not being able to think of anything at all. And that happens to creative people too. A lot less so than others, but, you understand what I mean. So, yeah, but that's really all I have to say about creating your world. Next episode, we're going to be talking about exposition, sorry. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.